Hello dear students. Here's wishing you a year with a great academic career and may you achieve all your dreams. May this year bring new happiness, goals, achievements and a lot of new inspirations in your life. Wishing you a year fully loaded with happiness. Happy New Year dear students. In order to achieve highest success in academics, let us start our online lecture video. All of you know very well that in this academic year, there is a change in syllabus and structure of question paper, or we can say pattern of question paper. The units in the syllabus are innovative and have practical application. They are selected without disturbing the basic principles and goals of education. Innovative exercises at the end of each unit will motivate you to prepare for the competitive examinations in future. Students, in the last lecture of economics, you have got an idea about application-based test for board exams which carries 20 marks. After getting a brief idea about application-based test, now surely there must be many questions running in your mind. That is, how will be the 80 marks return paper? How to get maximum marks by writing ideal answers, etc. So, to guide you on all the above questions and queries with model question paper and answer paper, I, Mrs. Rajashree Naik, welcomes you again in our BYK Expert Lecture Series 2020-21. So, in today's lecture, we are going to cover these points. Evaluation plan of Standard 12 by Maharashtra State Board of Pune, unit-wise distribution of marks, question-wise distribution of marks, annual evaluation pattern, and model question paper with answers, part 1. Today in this lecture, I am going to cover question number 1A, B, C, and D, means objective questions, and question number 2A and B. Now let us see unit-wise distribution of marks. Chapter number 1, Introduction to Micro and Macroeconomics, total marks 7, marks with option 10. Chapter 2, Utility Analysis, total marks 7, marks with option 10. Chapter number 3A, Demand Analysis, total marks 8, marks with option 12. Chapter number 3B, Elasticity of Demand, total marks 8, marks with option 12. Chapter number 4, Supply Analysis, total marks 7, marks with option 10. Chapter number 5, Forms of Market, total marks 7, marks with option 10. Chapter number 6, Index Numbers, total marks 8, marks with option 11. Chapter number 7, National Income, total marks 8, marks with option 12. Chapter number 8, Public Finance in India, total marks 8, marks with option 12. Chapter number 9, Money Market and Capital Market, total marks 8, marks with option 11. And the last chapter, chapter number 10, Foreign Trade in India, total marks 4, marks with option 6. So, total marks 80 and marks with option 116. Now let us see question-wise distribution of marks. Types of question, net marks, marks with option and percentage. Objective question or objective types question, net marks 20, marks with option 20, percentage 25. Very short questions, net marks 12, marks with option 20, percentage 15. Short answer type question, net marks 32, marks with option 52, percentage 40. And long answer type question, net marks 16, marks with option 24, percentage 20. So total net marks 80, marks with option 116 and percentage 100. Now moving on, let us now see annual evaluation pattern. There are 80 marks for written paper, which will conducted by board, and 20 marks for internal exam, means application based test for board, which will be conducted by our college. Now the most important part of this lecture, that is model question paper. Marks 80, time 3 hours. This model question paper is a combination of question paper and model answer. I will be giving some sample answers for some questions. And the next important thing about the model question paper is that in our textbook, parameters of objectives are given. Out of them, any 4 parameters will be asked in the board exam. Out of all the parameters in the text, I have selected 4 parameters for this model question paper. That is, choose the correct option, complete the correlation, find the odd word out, and assertion and reasoning type questions. Now let us see the instructions which you have to follow while writing the paper. Instruction number 1, all questions are compulsory. Number 2, draw tables or diagrams wherever necessary. Figures to write indicate full marks. And last instruction, answer to every question must be started on new page. Question number 1A, choose the correct option. 5 marks. See the statement. The point after which a rational consumer should stop his consumption. See the options. A, point of dissatisfaction. B, point of utility. C, point of satiety. And D, point of maximity. Now see the options. Number 1, A and B. Number 2, A, B and D. Number 3, only C. And number 4, A and B. You have to choose the right option, which is your answer. Now what is your answer here? 3, only C, point of satiety. Yes, exactly. The point after which a rational consumer should stop his consumption, that point is known as point of satiety. Now the most important, don't write as only C. Write the answer in the option only C. Then how to write the answer? 3, only C, point of satiety. See the next statement. In economic sense, market includes the following activities. A, the place where the goods are sold and purchased. B, an arrangement through which buyers and sellers come in close contact with each other directly or indirectly. C, a shop where goods are sold. And D, all of the above. Now see the options. Number 1, A and B. Number 2, B and C. Number 3, A, B and C. And number 4, only B. Now the perfect answer. Answer 4, only B, an arrangement through which buyers and sellers come in close contact with each other directly or indirectly. See the next statement. Index numbers are used to measure changes in economic variables such as A, production, B, prices, C, quality of goods, and D, imports. Now see the options. Number 1, A, B, C, and D. Number 2, C and D. Number 3, A and B. And number 4, A, B, and D. Now the perfect answer is 4, A, B, and D. Means what? Production, prices, and imports. Now, first statement. Money market instruments are A, highly liquid, B, less risky, C, cheap, and D, easily marketable. So the options 1, A, B, and D. Number 2, B, C, and D. Number 3, C and D. And number 4, A and B. What is the perfect answer? Option number 1, A, B and D means highly liquid, less risky, and easily marketable. Fifth statement, foreign trade is also known as A. Internal trade, B. External trade, C. Home trade, and D. International trade. See the options. Number 1, A, B, and C. Number 2, C and D. Number 3, A and B. And number 4, B and D. Now, which is the perfect answer? 4, B and D means external trade and international trade. Now, question number 1B. Complete the correlation. 1 mark for each correct answer. Total marks 5. Number 1. Price of individual commodity. Theory of product pricing. Factor rewards dash. Now, what do you mean by theory of product pricing? The price of an individual commodity is determined by the market forces of demand and supply. Means what? In theory of product pricing, the price of individual commodity is determined. Now, the factor rewards are determined in where? Theory of factor pricing. That the microeconomics helps in determining the factor rewards for land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit, respectively. So the perfect answer is theory of factor pricing. So write the answer in this way only. Now, second, mobile and charger dash tea or coffee competitive demand. Tea or coffee, they are known as substitute goods. So they are having competitive demand. And mobile and charger, they are known as complementary goods. So the perfect answer is complementary or joint demand. 3 dash changes in prices. Quantity index changes in physical value. Quantity index measures changes in the level of output or physical volume of production in the economy. And changes in price measures in price index. It measures the general changes in prices of goods. Output method dash and income method factor cost method. Now, income method of measuring national income is also known as factor cost method. So, output method is also known as product method, or we can say inventory method. So, answer is product or inventory method. Next, dash wealth tax, indirect tax, GST. So, GST means what? Goods and services is the example of indirect tax. GST means goods and services tax. This is an example of indirect tax. So, direct tax. So, wealth tax is the example of direct tax. The perfect answer is direct tax. Now, question number 1C. Find the odd man out or find the odd one out, odd word out. 1 mark for each correct answer, 5 marks. The first statement or the first clue is given here. Macroeconomics deals with aggregate demand, aggregate supply, personal income, and national income. What is the perfect answer? Personal income. Why? Because macroeconomics deals with aggregate demand, aggregate supply, and national income. And microeconomics deals with personal income. Is study at individual level only. So the odd word here is personal income. Next statement or next clue. Methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Ratio method, geometric method, total outlay method, and unitary elastic demand. Now what is the answer here? What is the odd word here? Unitary elastic demand. Why? Because methods of measuring price elasticity of demand is ratio method, geometric method, and total outlay method. So unitary elastic demand is the type of price elasticity of demand. The next, features of perfect competition. Many buyers, few sellers, price taker, and no transport cost. The perfect answer is here, few sellers, because the features of perfect competition is many buyers, price taker and no transport cost. Few sellers is the feature of oligopoly. Then 4 types of index numbers. Price index number, simple index number, quantity index number, and value index number. The odd word here, simple index number. Because simple index number is a method of constructing index number, whereas others are means simple index number, or we can say price index number, quantity index number, and value index number. These are known as types of index number. Then transfer payments, grants, wages, old age pensions, and scholarships. Here transfer payments like grants, old age pensions, scholarship, etc. are on one hand, they are the part of individual income, and on the other hand, they are the part of government expenditure. So here, these transfer payments are not included in national income. So here, odd word is wages, because wages are included in national income. Now, question number 1D, assertion and reasoning questions. 1 mark for each correct answer, total marks here 5. See the question, assertion. A knife has utility to cut vegetable and it can be used to harm someone. Now, reasoning is given here. Utility is a subjective concept. First of all, you have to find it whether both are true or false. Now, see the options. A is true, but R is false. B, A is false, but R is true. C, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. And D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. And what is the answer? Perfect answer. Option D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Exactly. A, the state or assertion, a knife has utility to cut vegetable, it can be used to harm someone. Correct. True statement. Reasoning, utility is a subjective concept. It is also true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Again, don't write only D. Write the answer in the option D, that both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Now, see the question here. Assertion, a poor person wants to buy a car which is not the demand. And reasoning, demand is the desire which is backed by willingness and ability to pay. Now see the options here. A is true, but R is false. B, A is false, but R is true. C, both A and R are true, but R is the correct expression of A. And D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct expression of A. What is the answer here? Answer C, means option C, that both A and R are true and R is the correct expression of A. Now, third question, see the assertion. Education fee is a form of non-tax revenue. And reasoning, fee is paid compulsorily without any return service. See the options. A is true, but R is false. B, A is false, but R is true. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct expression of A. And D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. What is the answer here? A, that A is true, but R is false. Exactly. Education fee is a form of non-tax revenue. True. But fee is paid compulsory without any return service is false. Now, fourth one, assertion. Fixed deposits carry a high rate of interest. And reasoning is given here. Fixed deposit refers to a deposit wherein the customer deposits fixed amount at regular intervals for a specified period of time. See the options. A is true, but R is false. B, A is false, but R is true. C, both A and R are true, and R is the correct expression of A. And D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct expression of A. What is the answer here? Answer A means A is true, but R is false. Now, fifth statement or fifth question, we can say assertion. Import trade leads to inflow of goods to home country. I see the reasoning. Import trade is a type of internal trade. See the options here again. A is true, but R is false. B, A is false, but R is true. C, both A and R are true, and R is the correct expression of A. And D, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct expression of A. What is the answer here? A, that A is true, but R is false. Exactly. Import trade leads to inflow of goods to home country. Very true. But import trade is a type of internal trade. False. Now, question number 2A. Identify and explain the concept. Any three, 2 marks for each correct answer. 1 mark for identification of the concept and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. First statement. Through public distribution system, rationing shop distribute goods to poor people. Now, first you have to identify the concept. The concept is efficiency in consumption. Now, what I said, you have to identify the concept first and then you have to give or write the explanation of the concept. While explaining the concept, give the meaning of the concept first, okay? And then write the relation between the concept and the above statement or how the above illustration is related to the concept. Now see the sample explanation. Efficiency in consumption means distribution of produce, goods and services to the people for consumption for having maximum satisfaction. See the explanation again. Efficiency in consumption means distribution of produce, goods and services to the people for consumption for having maximum satisfaction. Public distribution system is developed specially to help economically weaker section of society to satisfy their consumption. Hence, this illustration relates to the concept of efficiency in consumption, as rationing shops provide subsidized food and non-food items to below poverty line people. So you write the answer in this way only. Now, see the second statement. Prakash purchased his dream house in his village. Answer, concept, possession utility. Explanation, you have to explain the concept, possession utility in relation to above statement. Third, when the price of pav decreased, people started buying Britannia bread. See the concept, answer, Giffen's paradox. Explanation, you have to explain the concept, Giffen's paradox. Fourth, Flipkart experienced surge in demand during Diwali when they offered mega discounts. So the correct concept, price elasticity of demand. Now you have to explain the concept, price elasticity of demand. Fifth one, Odisha government collected rupees 1.06 crores in day from traffic and rule violators. What is the concept here? Fines and penalties. Now you have to explain the concept, fines and penalties. Again, remember, while explaining the concept, give the meaning of the concept first and then write the relation between the concept and the above statement or how the above illustration is related to the concept. Now, question number 2B. Distinguish between any three, 2 marks for each correct pair, 1 mark for meaning, and 1 mark for expression of difference. So total marks 6. First question, slicing method and lumping method. Now see, here also I have given sample answer of question number 1, that's slicing method and lumping method. Similarly, you have to solve the other questions. First point must be about definition about the concept. And the second point must be about difference between the concept. Sometimes students complain that though we write 8 to 9 points for distinguish between, but we do not get 2 out of 2 marks here. So students, you have to always remember that number of points is not important in any question, not here, in any question, but the content or meaning is more important. So in this question also, in distinguish also, or in any question, number of points is not important. The content or the meaning is most important. Now, just I said that I have given the sample answer of question number 1, slicing method and lumping method. Now, meaning of slicing method, when the aggregate is divided into small units for the purpose of study of each unit in depth, it is called as slicing method. Lumping method, when the economy is not split up into small slices, but it is studied in big lumps of it is called as lumping method. Now second, another important point of slicing method, microeconomics uses slicing method and macroeconomics uses lumping method. Third point, it gives one's eye view for the economy, and lumping method, it gives a bird's eye view for the economy. And the fourth point about slicing method, it studies in depth individual units like household, firm, consumer, producer, individual wages, prices, incomes, particular commodity, etc. And lumping method, it studies aggregates such as total employment, national income, national output, total investments, total savings, total consumption, aggregate supply, aggregate demand, etc. Now question number 2, second one, place utility and type utility. Now write the meaning about the concept and difference. Third one is relatively elastic demand and relatively inelastic demand. Meaning, difference and diagram. Most important, meaning, difference and diagram. So draw the diagram here. The questions which contains diagram, in such questions, draw diagrams without fail because including diagrams in your questions carry more weight. Including diagrams in your questions carry more weight. Fifth one, stock and supply. Fourth one, stock and supply. Here you have to write the meaning and difference. And the last, fifth one, output method or product method, and income method or factor cost. Here also you have to write meaning of output method or product method, income method or factor cost, and difference between the two concepts. So that's it. Hope that you all must have got a clear and precise idea about the questions and answers discussed today. In the next online lecture video, we will go with the remaining model question paper with guidelines about the answers and some important points to achieve 100% success in board exams. Till then, have a great time and stay safe. Wishing you again a year filled with blessings of God. Happy New Year to 2021. Thank you.